Hey, what's good everybody? Ron Howard here, and this is the first vlog of 2021. Congratulations, somehow we made it through 2020, so give yourself a pat on the back. But even though we've made it through 2020, we're still in the middle of a global pandemic, and I want to do something a little bit different with this vlog because of that. I understand that because of the pandemic, there's a lot of small businesses that have been greatly affected by this, and right now social media is like super key for a lot of these businesses to be able to try to attract clientele. For a lot of business owners, because of the pandemic, they're kind of taking a little bit of hit and they may not necessarily have the budget that they typically had in the past that was allocated for marketing. So what I want to try to do about this, to try to do my part to help out, I want to try to see if I can teach people how to create social media content using their smartphones that don't require a whole bunch, that look good, and they don't have to necessarily have a big budget to be able to create good looking content to promote their business. So today we're gonna go ahead and get that started, but before we do anything, you know what we gotta do. We gotta roll the intro. So please, cue the intro. Alright, so today the first thing I want to try to teach people how to do is how to take solid photographs of their product that they sell. I know I have a lot of people out there that actually like make crafts like earrings and things that they sell on Etsy, or a lot of people out there that make like makeup or skincare products and things, and sometimes you just need photographs of that product on the fly so you can actually take those photos and put them on social media advertisements and things of that nature. So today I'm gonna show you guys how to do this using your smartphone. And the only other thing that I'll probably be using today, I actually have a light that I'll be using. You don't necessarily have to have that, but what you probably want, this makes things a lot easier. This is like a product photography box. I got this thing on Amazon for like 20 bucks, I think. If you have questions about it, just shoot me a DM and I will shoot you a link to that one. But if you get on Amazon, I think it's just called a product photography box. What makes this thing cool is it actually has LED lights that are actually placed inside of it, and those lights are okay. They provide a decent amount of lighting for you to get those photographs, but let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get into it, and I'm gonna show you guys how to go ahead and take these photographs and how to touch them up a bit. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I just about got everything set up, got the light box and everything going. Just I need to plug this in, get the lights on. So, bam. Once you turn it on, again, you'll see there's lights actually like built inside the box. There's actually like 2 rows on this one. You have one on like the front and the back. So what I kind of do is try to position the subject in the middle of the box. But again, that's subject to change depending on what you're actually taking photographs. I'm always just kind of looking for the best or the most well-lit area inside the light box. All right, so now let's go ahead and get ready to take a photograph. Something that I kind of like to do, I try to get like really close on some of the products that I'm taking, depending on what it is. Like if I'm taking photographs of like jewelry or things like that, I try to get as close as possible and try to make sure that everything is sharp, just because details are really important with jewelry and things like that. But for this particular thing, I got Nightwing in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and light the camera up on Nightwing and get close to him, try to center him in the frame of my shot. One thing that I'll say, regardless of whether you're using an Android or smartphone, is you want to make sure that everything is in focus when you take the photograph, to make sure that everything is sharp. Really easy way to do that is just by tapping on the subject, tapping your screen wherever that subject is actually located. And what that does, it just makes sure that your phone has everything in focus and that it's sharp. So again, you're just gonna tap wherever that subject is and you tap the shutter. It's seriously that easy. So I'll go ahead and do a few of these like really close, just so I have a nice little variety of photographs to take. All right, so now that we've actually spent that time setting up the light box and putting all that effort into taking the photographs, let me show you what to do with the photographs after you take them. All right, so now that we've spent that time actually taking those beautiful photographs with the light box, I know a lot of y'all probably wondering, what are we gonna do with the images now? So what we're going to actually do is use a free application I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with, called Canva. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, it's a really cool application that you can use to make really cool looking graphics for social media content. You can even design t-shirts and slideshows and everything else. So it's a really handy tool and it's free. Again, they do have a paid membership on it for like 10 bucks a month if you want to do that, which allows you to access a few other features on it, but even the free version on it is pretty neat. So I'm gonna go ahead and launch the application on my iPhone. So once you open the application, it's going to give you a bunch of different types of documents you can actually create within the application. I'm just gonna select Instagram posts for the time being, just to go ahead and get things started. And it also displays a bunch of different templates that you can use for whatever type of document you're trying to create, which is really neat. So I'm just gonna select blank for now. All right, so next thing we want to do once it takes us to this screen, I'm going to go ahead and just select upload so I can see the documents that we've imported. So you see we got the photograph of Nightwing that I took a little while ago. I'm gonna select that. All right, and it's gonna take us into our main workspace. Once I'm in that workspace, what I want to kind of do a little bit is I'm going to adjust the size of it. But I gotta tell you guys, be a little bit careful when you do that, just because a lot of times when you have still images like JPEGs, if you expand them too much or you make them too small, there's a pretty good chance you could depreciate the quality of that image. You just want to be really mindful when you're going through and making those adjustments, because it can start to look a little wonky if you go too much in either direction. All right, but I'm just gonna make a little adjustment. What's really cool about Canva too, especially for product photography, there's a option here. If you select effects, there's actually a background remover, a tool inside the application. If you select that, it kind of like moves that back, well, it doesn't kind of, it moves that background away from it. So you've seen the background, we actually still had the light box there. It's going to remove that entire thing out of there. Now I do have to be transparent and tell you guys, I think that's one of the features that comes with the premium account, but no worries, if you don't have that, there are free websites that'll actually do that for you. So you can go to, like, I think backgroundremover.bg is one of them. Just Google background remover applications on, and it'll pull up a few different options for you. All right, but once you actually have that image removed and you got that background for the product, what you can also do too, if you go back down to the options at the bottom of the screen, they have preset effects you can add onto it. You can put filters on it. If you want to get into all that, what I'm going to do is go to adjust. So if you needed to make like subtle adjustments to anything, if you want to adjust the brightness, just the contrast, just all that kind of jazz, go through and edit it just like you would any type of photograph, which is really, really neat and handy. So you can kind of just adjust it to where you want it to be. What's also pretty cool about this, like I know for sometimes people want to change the background color that they have, which is really neat. You have the option of doing that. So if I select the plus button in the bottom right hand corner, I can actually go down to elements. I'll pick elements for now, and I'll pick a shape. I'm sure there's easier way to do this. I'm just kind of winging it. But once you do that, you can go in and change the color of that background. So I'll just pick something. Try not to be too obnoxious. Let's do like a blue, that's fine. All right, so if I have a shade of blue and I select that, now if I take that image, I'm gonna go to position and move it behind that, and there we go. So I've got my product there. Now, I'm not gonna get like super in depth with this, but you could actually use one of those other templates. So if you want to make a sale thing or something, and I'll do something real quick. So if I hit the plus button again, I go to text, and let's say I was selling a product, I can actually type in sale up here, but I can use one of these preset designs in here, select that, and it's going to add it to my design, which is really cool. So if I wanted to just move some stuff around and like just really go in with this, if I had time to do that, I could really go in and make some pretty cool stuff. And you gotta admit, even me just sitting and doing this, like, this is a photograph I literally took like and made this within about 5 minutes. So if you just really have like a really quick design that you want to get out, I mean, this is, I don't know, you can't beat that. So I can actually take that image, hit the little arrow in the right hand corner, save it as an image. It's gonna save it, and that thing is gonna be ready to go to Facebook or Instagram or anywhere else. So that is, I don't know, you can't beat that. Being able to take a photograph of your product, remove the background, and make a flyer out of it within about 5 or 10 minutes, man, you can't, it's not for free. You're not gonna get anything better than that. Cool, so hopefully this helped you guys out. If this is something that you guys would like for me to continue to do, please, man, drop a comment. If you have any questions about this, man, please feel free to DM me. And if you're even in a situation where you just like, you don't want to deal with any of this at all, you can always hire a professional. If you got more questions about this or you need assistance with doing it, please feel free to hit me up at www.theexperiencemediagroup.com, and I would love to sit down and help you guys out and talk you guys through some of this stuff. But man, And y'all stay safe out here. Again, Happy New Year, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all take it easy, all right?